currently in the southwest of France. I'm in Le Landes region, and I'm going to head up to the Bassin d'Arcachon, where there is a bird reserve called Le Teich. The park works on a circuit which goes through many different lakes, and it has 20 observation cabins that you can observe the birds and photograph from.
So it is really hot, and I've got to be really quiet as well. But this is the first observation point overlooking a small lake. So I've already seen egrets, some herons, Egyptian geese, common ducks, mallards, and some coots. So I'll sit here for a while just because it's hot and this is in the shade, and see if I can get some images. So I'm in the second observatory cabin, and it's actually got me a lot closer to the birds. I'm heading over to the third one because I think I can get some of the shots of the herons I'm looking at. Just opposite there's one feeding. He's a bit far, but trying to get the shot with him in his environment, I think is going to work. So yeah, I'll see if I can get a video clip for you, and then get a shot. I'm now in the fourth observation point, and slowly but surely working my way around this particular part of the lake, and it actually works really well. These observation points are extremely comfortable, very well built, and when I was at the first one I really didn't see whether or not I'd get different images from the second and third, and each time I've got closer and closer to the species I could sight further away. So they've worked really well. I'm very impressed by the infrastructure here. Just in front of me there are a number of perches as well, and way over there are more perches which I'll eventually get to that have birds on them, but at the moment there's nothing here. I think it's still too hot for really significant bird activity. It's just coming up to 2 p.m. And I'm expecting probably around 4 p.m. that there'll probably be more activity and more diversity. But for the moment, I'm very happy getting some good images, and yeah, it's great to be in the shade on such a hot day. I was saying that the infrastructure is really well done. Just take a look at this. This is a fence, and actually there are small holes that you can look through, and just look at the view the other side. That's pretty incredible. So like that, the birds don't see us. We still have the opportunity to put our lenses through these holes and get great images, and that really protects the natural environment without us imposing too much on their habitat. I think that's fantastic. I just spent a lot of time in this cabin, and having the perches there really gave some foreground interest with the birds. I've got to keep my voice down because there's still a lot of photographers here today. I've got to be respectful of them as well and try not to disturb the birds. But that was a really great hut. Not a lot of diversity, some herons, some egrets, black-headed gulls, but I've seen a northern lapwing over there and a couple of storks, so I'm going to head that way. Hopefully I get a couple more shots. I'm about halfway around the reserve, and on my right here is towards the inland, and that's where the sun is, so the light's very, very harsh this side. This is the first lake I've come across where there's some birds, lots of gulls. On my back is towards the sea, and there the light's a little better, so I'm going to continue round. It's going to be low tide very soon, and you actually get a view out to the sea, so we'll see what it looks like out there. This observation point's actually high up, so where I was just shooting before, I've actually got a view now on this lake, and I mentioned before I'm close to the Bassin d'Arcachon. That's actually the Bassin d'Arcachon right over my shoulder there. So yeah, I'll just put a clip in there for you to see. You can actually see that the reserve passes, and there's a small sandy beach where there's some tourists on there, but it's an incredible location, and the birding's been fantastic today. It always surprises me, sometimes you come in these cabins, there's really no birds. In this cabin, or at least on this lake, there is a log and one bird on it. He has the whole lake to himself, and it's a cormorant. So actually it's quite a classic shot. Just use the branch as a leading line, horizontal leading line, and the cormorant on the branch. It's quite a nice shot. So I thought there was just the cormorant, but actually there's a grebe in there as well. And the grebe is actually diving, and as they do, they stay under quite a long time. But I'm going to clip on video for you. It's actually difficult to photograph. So the grebe is under the cabin, and I didn't get a shot on video for you. But I did get a couple of stills. They weren't the best. He didn't stay up for long. He was diving for food, which is a shame because it's probably my favourite bird. And it's great here because there's really nobody. It's really quiet. There's just the cormorant, the grebe, there's a chick. I haven't been able to ID the chick around the corner. But I'll sit here for a bit and see if he pops his head up again. So I've just got lucky. The other grebe passed under the cabin, went to the other lake. The light was on the lake. It wasn't a great shot and the grebe was far away, but I'm just walking down this pathway. I've come past the next cabin, and here, right in front of me, is a nest with a grebe sitting on it, and that's perfect because I can now pick my shots. I don't have to worry about duck diving and disappearing for long periods of time. The light's quite high. I'm I'm just going to get an angle here and hopefully get a great shot. So yeah, really happy. In the last cabin number 20. I'm just heading to the exit. I walked about 7 kilometers today, 35 degrees C heat, so it's been a tough one. Been here about 5.5, 6 hours, and now I'm going to go for a very cold bridge and head back home and get some rest, offload my images and take a look at what I've got. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you at the next one.